Welcome to another episode of Bill Clinton's favourite podcast.
Facts, by the way, facts. Because no one's asked
I
him.
think we can claim parody if he tries to sue, and then we'll know that he listens. So,
yeah, that's exactly it. So yeah, then suddenly we're like, oh, well, maybe you are actually a fan, or maybe that's it. Well, it is the season of legal action, I presume. So
that's true. That is true.
Which we will get into later, of course. But welcome everyone. Welcome to another edition of Down with Boring. A special show this week. We'll be joined by Leah from the Mysterines, ahead of a big headline show for War Child's Day of the Girl, which we're delighted to be involved in this year. So if you're listening to this,
good stuff.
It's coming out this week.
Great lineups too.
Really good lineup.
Incredible lineups.
Really good
so
lineup.
That's nice.
Across all three dates. 2 in London. If you're listening to this now, even if you listen to it as early as you can, you fucked it. Yeah. You're not getting in for Katie Baser. I hate to break it to you. Unless you're listening to this directly outside Lafayette in London. So if you're listening to this right outside, and if there is like a final couple of tickets still available, you might be able to get in. But you definitely will have missed Bella May and probably Charlotte Plank as well. So that'll be.
Sorry about that, guys.
Yes, come on. We tried our best. We told you about this a while ago, so you've got to do better than that.
Can I just say, I just looked up quotes from Bill Clinton to see if there was that he loved Down with Boring.
Yeah, and what you saying?
If you think of quotes like you think of like FDR, we have nothing to fear but fear itself.
That's what I think. Yeah.
Bill Clinton's third top quote on Brainy Quote is, I haven't eaten at McDonald's since I became president.
I really want to know the context of that. Like, is he like annoyed? Like, is he like really annoyed at that, or is he like, I'm proud of not having a McDonald's since the time I've taken office?
Yeah, maybe like, yeah, it sounds like, is he like driving past a McDonald's like, can we stop here? I haven't had McDonald's since I became president.
Yeah.
Or have they stopped at McDonald's and offered him some and he's like, get the fuck out of here.
I haven't had a single Big Mac since I've taken over here. No, I'm not having none of it. I had a McDonald's earlier today, so that kind of shows the difference.
Yeah, there's actually another quote here that says you have to make a conscious decision to change for your own well-being and that of your family and your country. So it sounds like he's consciously decided not to have any McDonald's. Maybe all of these quotes are about McDonald's.
Yeah, it's all about McDonald's. Yeah. There's no actual explanation, but it's all about certain types of McDonald's snacks. I love the way Bill Clinton's coming up. Like, what's Bill Clinton doing now? Is he just kicking about still? He is alive, number one. I just want to confirm.
He is alive. That's true.
Okay.
You are correct. Bill Clinton trivia number one. Not dead.
Not dead.
All right, why don't you say another dork thing?
Yeah.
And because we've got a few bits of housekeeping to get through. And after everyone, I'll give you a hot current fact about Bill Clinton.
Thank you. Yes, you would have missed Katie Baser headlining Lafayette in London for War Child's Day of the Girl. But you will still have time for Tuesday, where it's a very special industry day as part of the Day of the Girl shows, including a keynote chat with May Muller, presented by us, Dork. Well, not us.
Not us.
It'll be the wonderful Abby. You'll be doing that.
It will. From our sister, brother, mother, father, son, nephew, uncle podcast, Chart Attack.
Relative. So make sure you're down there as well, because there's a bunch of amazing chats and panels. Basically just on getting into music industry, issues affecting the music industry, everything. So make sure you get down for that as well. Before Wednesday, Bush Hall, Nilofer Yanya headline. Nilofer Yanya, not done a headline show in a very long time. Just saying, everyone.
And
so you might as well get down there.
Now doing one
with us and with War Child. So make sure you're down there for that. With Leah Sen, Jazzy Bobby, and Trout, who we've championed quite a bit here at Dork. And then on Thursday, it's Gorilla, Manchester. We're out of London. We've done enough of that. It's going to be an amazing show with headliners the Mysterines, of course, the wonderful, and Lime Garden and Hannah Gray as well. What a bill. What run of shows. Last few tickets available now. Make sure you turn up. All going, of course, to a very, very, very amazing cause. So we'll be chatting a little bit about that later with Leah from the Mysterines and diving into a lot more. Spoiler, Bez.
Did you know, in October 2021, Bill Clinton was treated for sepsis at the University of California Medical Center?
Ooh. That's fucking hell.
Yeah.
That's been good. Some more housekeeping. We're really busy here at Dork, basically.
We are.
There's actually a lot going on here. So, Day of the Girl War Child shows this week. Amazing. Up in London and Manchester. Whilst you're in Manchester, you may as well go to a brand new music festival called Beyond the Music, which is taking place this week. So, from the 11th to the 14th of October, bunch of amazing artists all coming together across Manchester, as well as a really, really great industry conference as well. Rita Ora's doing a keynote speech, by the way, Jake. So,
what a sentence to be able to say.
Exactly, and that's all because of Beyond the Music. We're going to be taking over ATMA on the Friday with a nice little special Dork showcase, which includes friends of the show talk show, Froze Mode, Manta, Cody Frost, Juno Dream, Chalk, Daytime TV, loads, and then across, I guess, the festival as a whole. There's a bunch of amazing artists kind of like playing, so you want to be there for that, including, I guess, people like Lip Filler, Shamir, Walt Disco, of course, we will have more on a little bit, L'Objectif, Oriels, and many, many more. So grab a ticket.
Great names.
Grab a ticket, come down for the 3 days, but also mainly come for the Friday, because that's where we will be. So you want to come and see us, because we'll have a very nice time in Manchester.
We will. Interestingly, did you know Bill Clinton has 2 Grammy Awards? One for his work on the 2003 recording of Peter and the Wolf, where he was one of the narrators alongside Mikhail Gorbachev and Sophia Loren.
Wow, what a band! What a band!
Yeah, what a band.
So he's got 2 Grammys. He's
got a Grammy for Best Spoken Word Album for Children, 2003 for that, and he's also got a Grammy, the 2005 Grammy for Best Spoken Word Album for his audiobook of his own autobiography. The Grammy to anyone.
The Grammys have a lot of awards, don't they? Right? I think we've talked about this before. Like that, do we need to be giving that out? Like,
yeah, like best spoken word.
Yeah,
fine. But then to give spoken words to someone's autobiography
their own book
is a bit of an odd one. Yeah,
reading literally their own like life story. Yeah, we'll give you a Grammy for that. Nice one. Love the tunes. More housekeeping for you. So already a busy week. So you will have gone to all of the War Child Day of the Girl shows and raised money for an amazing cause. You will have then gone to Beyond the Music, where you will have seen a range of incredible new artists and a great conference programming for a new music festival in Manchester. And then you can also go to Live at Leeds in the city on Saturday, where Dork will be there. We'll be taking over the legendary Brunel Social Club. Big times indeed. We'll have 2 stages in there, Jake. That's right. 2. Main room, community room, range of amazing acts playing, including, where do we begin? Chili Jessen, of course, who's been on the show before. Auto Motion, Lexi Carroll, Joe Hill, of course, friend of the show, been on before. Another Sky, Gretel Hanlon, friend of the show. Fat Dog, so that's just going to kick off. And Lynx headlining right at the end of it as well. So great fun, great lineups. Make sure you're there at the Brunel Social Club, as well as everywhere else at Live at Leeds. There's a load of favourites playing across the city, so make sure you're there. And then when you're done with that, I guess you're going to want to have like, I don't know, an after party. You want like, a cheeky couple of shandies, or
well, you won't when you hear his headline.
You won't want to. If you head to the wardrobe after a full day of discovering incredible new music, you'll find Dork DJs, where we'll be playing.
I don't think you should be tarring us all with that brush. You'll find Jamie Muir.
I'll be playing Venga Boys, and maybe Barbie, and maybe Barbie. Come join us. We're gonna have a really, really fun day. So that's Live at Leeds in the City on Saturday. Brunel Social Club. Loads of bands everywhere. Always a really, really good day in terms of new music discovery. So, yeah, bunch of amazing shows. Lots going on there. Lots going on.
Yeah,
so that's this week.
That reminds me actually that Bill Clinton's dad died in an automobile accident 3 months before he was born.
Well, that's my laughter stopped pretty quickly there.
Yeah,
that's a shame.
Yeah, it was a while ago, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, hopefully he's fine now.
Well, no, he's He's dead, but Bill Clinton's probably fine now.
In more housekeeping news, we've got even more. So not this week, thankfully. Like we've covered everything for that week. Dork's Night Out is back for the Halloween special, Night of the Living Dork 2 at Colours Hoxton on Thursday, the 26th of October. Will be headlined by Walt Disco, friends of the show, all-round legends, kind of coming back for their first London headline in quite a while. It's going to be an interesting one, looking ahead to kind of what comes next as well. So make sure you're down there. Fancy dress is welcome. It's not required, though. Don't put pressure on yourselves, guys. Don't put pressure on yourselves.
Don't do it.
It's going to be amazing.
Do it if you want to do it, but don't do it if you don't want to do it.
Exactly. It's going to be an amazing time. Walt Disco, probably one of our favourite live bands going. So it's going to be a very, very fun time. Yeah. So we'll be down there Thursday, 26th of October for Halloween, because that's how close we are now. Last Halloween show that we did featured Izzy from Black Honey putting her own dismembered head on a stick. So
a model of the head.
Was very lifelike.
A crime was not committed.
It was very lifelike. Just you could feel the head. It was a real time that. So more of that at Night of the Living Dork 2. We'll catch you there.
One thing you won't see at Night of the Living Dork 2 is Bill Clinton playing guitar, because he famously plays the saxophone.
Oh, I reckon if you're a sax player, that's maybe the best. I think playing the sax might be the best instrument. Like, it always goes down well. It always goes down well.
Yeah, that's true. We have spent upwards of 10 minutes before we've even got to the show, though, so I'm not going to join you on that tangent. I think we should just
buy a ticket to all of the above. Go to shows. Have a great time. Wonderful. We'll chat more about War Child and Day of the Girl when Leah joins us.
Also, I just like to say, Jamie and I neither endorse nor decry William Clinton, the 42nd President of the United States.
We're just reading facts. So we're not saying, go on, mate, or nah, mate.
Exactly.
We're just reading facts. Talking of facts, but also some bollocks too. Let's get to the first bit of music news, Jake. And the big one over the past couple of weeks is friends of the magazine, friends of the show, friends of everything. Easy Life.
What, in the same company as EasyJet, that band?
Well, it turns out, Jake, the owners of EasyJet, the Easy Group, have decided to sue Easy Life for using the name Easy Life, saying that they are, and I quote, brand thieves.
Yeah.
So obviously everyone knows
that makes sense.
Oh yeah, does
it?
You
know how many times I've gone to an Easy Life gig thinking I was getting a flight to Mykonos.
And then next thing you know, so Easy Life actually brought this to everyone's, I guess, attention really by putting out kind of like a statement on everything that's going on, and which basically says, as some of you have discovered, we're being sued. EasyJet are suing us for being called Easy Life. They're forcing us to change our name or take up a costly legal battle, which we could never afford. We've worked hard to establish our brand, and I'm certain in no way have we ever affected their business. Although we find the whole situation hilarious, we are virtually powerless against such a massive corporation. They also just wanted to flag, for those of you that bought gig tickets and ended up on a budget flight to Tenerife, I apologise.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
That's fair. Fair.
Harriet Harman, the MP for Camberwell and Peckham, I believe. Definitely Camberwell anyway.
Definitely.
Has now tweeted EasyJet saying, please confirm that you're withdrawing the legal action launched against my constituents band Easy Life forthwith, which is, I don't know if I would have had that on the bingo card for this year. Harriet Harman going to bat for Easy Life.
Yeah, I really didn't see that coming at all. Basically, they've got a long history, the Easy Group, in suing people because they think it's infringing on their rights, or like, you know, they say, like, oh, it causes confusion, it brings down the value of our brand. To which to that I say, look at the state of yourself, mate.
Yeah, I agree.
Look at the state of yourself, mate. So, for example, they took legal action against Netflix because they had a series called Easy, and they said that breached their names, which is crazy.
Have they taken out a lawsuit against Easy Garlic? You know, that like pre-chopped garlic that comes in oil.
Have they had a go at Lionel Richie for use of the song Easy Like a Sunday Morning?
I imagine so. Yeah,
I imagine they're after them. To be fair.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah, this is it. Don't get me wrong. The idea of it is nonsense, but the also reality is it's.
Have they tried to sue Skepta for use of the word greasy? I think they should. When I listen to Skepta saying greasy, I think to myself, that has really devalued the EasyJet brand.
Now I won't fly on EasyJet.
When my plane is delayed by 11 plus hours and I'm listening to Easy Life, I think this band have really ruined the sanctity of beloved brand EasyJet.
Yeah. Of course, famous for it, for being such an incredible airline to get us from place to place. Now ruined by Easy Life making good music. Who'd have thought it? Who'd have thought it, right? It's because they have actually a thing called Easy Life, apparently, which, as Easy Life, the band, mentioned, was actually created after Easy Life were actually made. So, like, even when they formed before this. So, yeah, a lot of bollocks, really. Thing is, there's some fun and games to it, but also kind of like Murray put a little bit of an update there where he like very clearly was upset by it because it's suddenly, this is your whole band and your whole life really trying to be taken away in that regard. So fuck EasyJet, I think's basically the overall vibe.
I would say the same.
Yeah, I'd say the same. So what we're going to do for the rest of the show, well, I've decided, I haven't actually told you that I'm going to do that, Jake, is that every now and again, I'm just going to come in with like a review of EasyJet services, just to give you a bit of an idea of maybe why. That
doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound what I want from this music podcast.
Worst airline ever. Absolutely horrible support to get refund. They've been giving me the runaround for a month now. After a passenger couldn't make it, we added extra insurance. Paid extra for speed.
Easy Life, the band.
Sorry, you've got it confused. I meant EasyJet. Yeah, you can see how the confusion.
What, Jet, the band?
Watch out, Jet. That's all I'm saying. All we're going to say, though, is, fly with anyone else. Fuck EasyJet and support Easy Life. You could say that EasyJet are being a bit OTT on this.
You could say that.
This is Easy Life.
EasyJet actually have a song called OTT, don't they?
Okay, and we're going to play it now. So that's that song. OTT now.
Sure hope you calm down. In the end, you're way too OTT. Wish you go slowly. I think you've had quite enough. Time to get back on the bus. You ought to keep it low key. You're too close to OD. I only tell you out.
See, I said EasyJet have a song, so you see how easy it is to make the confusion.
Yeah. When I actually got on an EasyJet flight not too long ago, I did wonder where the band were. Can see the confusion.
I wondered where the easy onions were for my recipe.
You'd be so annoyed by that, and you know what? I just don't think that EasyJet, the brand, would ever recover from such a situation. No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't. Stelios, we see you. We see you. Do you want some more news, Jake?
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
The Sphere has opened in Las Vegas, a brand new venue, and it looks fucking nuts.
I've got a real issue with this because it's not a sphere.
Oh, right. What is it then? Because it is...
It's a half sphere, isn't it?
So is that like a...
It's a dome.
A dome. Right. Okay. So it's not a sphere.
Unless there is as much of that buried under the ground as above ground, which I doubt, to be honest.
I mean, I'm looking at the venue now. I'm trying to see if there's like a dip like in the actual venue. So whether it does actually go down a bit, but I'm not sure.
No, I don't think it does.
It's like that Sphere... Las Vegas. This is the brand new venue, in Las Vegas, located at the Venetian Hotel, which was opened last week. U2 are playing like a residency there to open it and to launch it. And basically, there's a fucking huge screen that runs around the bastard, It's got the biggest LED screen in the world that is not only inside the venue, but is outside the venue too, which is fucking terrifying too as well. Like, if you've seen it.
Yeah, they made it into a big pumpkin recently, didn't they?
Yeah.
Belching out fire. I'm into it, I think. Not like, I mean, they were trying to build one in London, weren't they? And that's mental. But like in Vegas, fucking go for it.
It does kind of make sense, doesn't it?
In London, like, obviously, I think it's like, well, there isn't anything comparable and people want to go to sleep. But in Vegas, the whole place is like, you know what I mean? You
it's
probably see
already
that from
fucked.
space anyway.
Yeah, you're already kind of fucked at that point, so you might as well just
People
continue.
also like complaining about the climate impact of it, and I'm like, have you seen the rest of Vegas? There is no natural water in the whole fucking state.
So, you know, I mean, at this point, like, I don't know if the climate is impacted. I mean, it's obviously a lot of light coming off that.
Yeah, but LEDs are relatively power friendly, aren't they?
Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm taking your word for it. You're a science
I'm sure
man.
it does have a very large energy footprint, but it seems a weird one to go for, to be honest.
Yeah, the show looks pretty amazing. A lot of videos were going around of, like, you know, the roof basically like perception changing, and it looks stunning, to be fair. Looks very, very good.
Thing is, right, I'm quite in favour of something that if you took someone from 100 years ago and put them inside that,
They'd
just
themselves.
like they just explode like a balloon.
They literally would shit. I'm pretty sure if you take any kind of older relative to it, like it'd blow. It might blow my mind. To be frank with you, it'd be quite wild.
Yeah, it's funny to book U2 for it though, because like the point of it is obviously that this screen is like insane. So to spend so much money on a massive band seems pointless when, like, you know what I mean?
They
you
can
just
do it
like
already.
an ABBA Voyage thing. You know, you don't really need anyone to be there.
Who would you like to see do it potentially, Jake? If you could,
I think it would probably be like quite nice to see. Well, the Sphere is pretty insane, isn't it? So maybe someone chilled out would be nice. You know, like get like Kurt Vile there to bring the vibes back down. So you sort of level out.
What, just the complete
alternatively, to go the other way and just go and see Skrillex there, and like it could be like a sort of euthanasia thing. Like you buy a ticket, you go and see Skrillex at the Sphere, and you just die.
You just don't recover. You just don't recover in any way from it, basically. That's the vibe you're going for. Oh, fuck. Sensational. Well, huge venue. Yeah, they I think the overview is they are still trying to bring this to London, which is in Stratford.
I don't think they should.
But
I don't think they should do
don't
that.
necessarily
to be
see
honest.
it happening in a very built-up area where people are genuinely trying to sleep.
Yeah,
don't think that's going to work. But nice that it's in the world, though. So we'll head there at some point. I guess we'll play a track. You could say when the perception's going up and down, it gives you vertigo. So this is U2, Vertigo.
Lights go down, it's dark, the jungle is your head, can't rule your heart, a feeling so much stronger than I thought. Your eyes are wide and though your soul, it can't be bought, your mind can wander. Hello, not a place called Vertigo. It's everything I wish I didn't know, except you give me something I can see.
Disaster Jet. I put in a complaint to EasyJet in June. I paid for a seat I didn't get. For a medical condition. They sold my seat to someone else. They won't refund me. I have phoned, emailed, and eventually I'm escalating to the Ombudsman. I just want my money back.
the Ombudsman.
The
Oh,
Ombudsman.
Jesus.
Um,
EasyJet have got the Ombudsman after them. What are they doing trying to get anyone else?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want to fly on such an airline, Jake, but that's just what I'm hearing from the reviews. That's the reviews.
Yeah, same. You know, that's all I'm hearing
Is the reviews.
is the public.
Yeah.
The public, you know.
That's all we're reading here, and it's shocking. It's shocking. Do you want some more news that's a little bit shocking, Jake?
Yes, I do.
Ed Sheeran, big artist. You know,
Never heard of him.
never heard of him. He, huge, playing around the world, stadiums, having a wonderful time indeed.
Has he played the Sphere?
He hasn't played the Sphere yet.
Oh, well, that's why I haven't heard of him then.
Okay, it's only Sphere artists only. Well, I can't wait for your new music picks this week.
4 U2 songs.
That's it. Nothing else. He has. We've talked about Sheeranville. Have you heard about Sheeranville? We've talked about this before. That basically he lives in pretty much his own town that he's created in Suffolk. So he's got his own pub. He's got a luxury tree house and a heart-shaped pond. He also been revealed. He has a crypt on his estate. So basically, he has his own grave in his back garden already.
Is that allowed?
I guess you can book your grave.
Yeah, but
can't you?
I mean, if you get buried on that property and then like you sell the property, does that person then just have to like live with your grave on it?
I guess. Like, is it a case where you kind of like you're booked in there and it's like, well, it's gonna be there. You can't move it.
Can I get buried in my garden?
Yeah, that's a good question. Have a little look. Everyone else talk amongst yourselves.
The truth is that as long as certain guidelines are followed, mainly to avoid public health risks, there's no law whatsoever against being buried in your own garden or any private land, giving the permission of the landowner.
So if, for example, I don't know, I wanted to be buried in the centre of Wembley Stadium, and
if you got permission
the
Wembley Stadium boys,
I could get buried there. That's fucking nuts. So he could get buried, but then, yeah, like you say, what if someone, if someone then owns the land again, could they technically dig you up and chuck you down the road?
Yeah,
Like, would that be a thing? So let's say, I don't know, it's 300 years later, Ed Sheeran, he's been and gone, right? He's in the ground, he's in his little grave. Someone buys the estate. He's like, I'm going to have a bit of this. And you get there and you're like, oh, fuck, Ed Sheeran's in there. And they're like, oh, who's Ed Sheeran? And they're like, oh, it's the geezer who did the Nando Skank song. And they're like, oh, fuck, yeah, of course, the Nando Skank guy. And then they would be like, oh, I don't want him here anymore. I can dig him up and move him along. Is that a thing? Or
I'm currently sort of looking it up, but I'm definitely going to get the police at my door, aren't I? I've just had to Google, can I dig up grave in my garden? I live in a third floor flat, so, it's going to be odd, isn't it, if people are checking this? Oh,
fuck. Oh, God.
It looks like you would need legal permission to exhume the corpse, and you'd probably have to get it moved to like a municipal graveyard rather than just
sick. Yeah. Okay.
Which I think there'd be some bragging rights to saying like I am the person responsible for Ed Sheeran's current grave site.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true. You kind of have that. Or
I want to get rid of the pond, convert the treehouse, and dump his corpse somewhere nearby.
Do you think that, when Ed Sheeran, like, let's say he dies and he's buried in, like you say, that place, do they turn like his home into like a Graceland styled, like Elvis, like museum, for example?
I personally have never heard an Ed Sheeran song I've enjoyed. That's on me.
Yeah, that's on you. That's on you. That's on you.
But I don't see him having the
cultural
image
impact
or
maybe.
charisma to make the cultural impact that would lead to that.
Okay.
Like, I think if you think of like someone who was as big as Ed Sheeran 20 years ago,
yeah,
like who would that be?
20 years ago? So
or any time, really.
Yeah. Britney Spears back then. I'd say Britney Spears was almost just as big as Ed Sheeran now.
No,
right?
I mean in a specific kind of what he does sort of sense.
Oh, right.
Because I think Big Pop has more impact, like more lasting impact, because it is more visually spectacular.
Yeah, it's at the front of culture. 20 years ago. Jesus. God, who were the biggest bands then? I mean, like.
This is kind of proving my point, isn't it?
Dave Matthews?
Yeah, come on. No one's visiting his house like it's Graceland, are they?
Nothing wrong with Dave Matthews, mate.
There's nothing wrong with Dave Matthews, but I'm not going to make a pilgrimage to his home. Same with David Gray.
Or like Tom Petty. How about that?
James Blunt.
Blunt. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Though I would like a museum of James Blunt's tweets somewhere. Just, you know.
No, I don't like his tweets because they're all basically the same joke, which is just that like he's shit but makes loads of money.
Oh, you want progression, basically, in
Well,
your
I'm
jokes.
just sort of like, you know, like back yourself. You made the songs. You must think they're quite good.
Where would you like to be buried, Jake, on that note?
Oh, I don't give a shit. I was actually talking this the other day. You can like donate your body to science. I'll probably do that. When
probably
I'm
more
dead, it's
worthwhile.
not me anymore.
It's not.
I'm
no.
actually. I'm quite concerned that people seem to think that their body is them. I think like.
Yeah.
So if you saw someone that looked really like you, you'd be like, "Oh my god, it's me."
Yeah.
Or would you be like, "That's just a person that looks like me"? You know, your body's not everything, guys. It's all about the mind, the emotional impact you have on your loved ones and the world after you're gone. You know, be kind,
I like the fact.
be thoughtful, be grateful to be alive.
Fucking hell. Power. It's a really strong, weak episode here of energy.
You're welcome, everyone.
Ed Sheeran says people think it's really weird and really morbid, but I've had friends
Stop
die.
fucking telling people then, Ed.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that weird, but if everyone that comes around your house, you point at it and go, "That's where I'm going to go when I die." That's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not really like
What
a
you meant to
party
say
thing,
to
is
that?
it? Yeah. It's not really a party moment, is it? Just, you know, we're all going to die. What are you going to do when that happens?
Also, it says in this news story that's like a chapel that he's done like weddings at as well.
Yeah.
So he is specifically going out of his way to tell people it's where he's going to be buried, because otherwise people would just be like, "Oh, that's the chapel that he has."
Yeah.
They wouldn't be like, "Is that a grave?"
No. Interesting behaviour. Interesting. But anyway, everyone, we're all going to die, I think is the message that Ed Sheeran's pushing out here. But at least he's thinking ahead. You got to give
Isn't
him
he
that.
like in his 30s?
Yeah. But he's looking ahead, you know, investing while you can.
Sounds like he's bored.
Maybe.
He's 32. He shouldn't be thinking about where he's going to get buried because, you know, he should have other stuff on his
He's
mind.
still got a lot of life to live. I guess that the grave will be in the shape of you.
Well, the shape of him.
But we're going to be joined by Leah from the Mysterines after this to talk all things War Child. This is Ed Sheeran, Shape of You. Don't think about graves for now.
Now follow my lead. I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet do. Although my heart is falling too. I'm in love with your body. Last night you were in my room, and now my bedsheets smell like you. Every day discovering something brand new. Well, I'm in love with your body. I'm in love with your body. I'm in love with your body.
And we're back.
We are back.
We are back on Down With Boring, here with Dork. And we're joined now to really just, you know, raise the quality of the show because we haven't recorded what's come before already, but we're sure it's pretty ridiculous.
Can I just
at
say,
this point.
Jamie, your intro for the guests gets longer every single time we do
So
this.
okay, I should just shut up. Don't worry, everyone. It's Leah from the Mysterines is here. How are we doing? how are things?
Hello.
how are things, I guess, in the world of the Mysterines right now? Like, how is everything?
Great, really good actually. I've been pretty busy creatively. Yeah, so we're just kind of cracking on with the new album, and we're going to record it in like 2 weeks. So,
What Leah said before this, what we're actually doing is keeping her from band practice. So if any of the upcoming gigs or new songs don't sound as polished as they could, that is
It's because of
entirely our
us.
fault. Yeah.
It's because of us. Amazing. Yeah. We'll take. Yeah, it all comes back
I'll
to
let
this.
you take that rap as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
If
glad
the
it's
boys listening to
recorded.
this, I'll let you take that rap.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just mention it on stage. Sorry, that last song was a bit shit. So what it was I was going to practice, and every single show from now on, just solid. But yeah, no, it feels like you've had, like you say, a year of big shows, to say the least. Has it just been for you very much focused on getting out, playing these shows? I guess almost a year and a bit on from kind of releasing the album and everything. Has that just been really at the center of everything you've been trying to do?
Yeah, I think we had like a pretty full-on year. The year the record came out, gig-wise, and you know, just kind of like you said, just trying to like get the songs out there even more. But it was quite nice to gig this year with the shows that we've done, because like the fan base have had a year with the record, and it kind of felt more consolidated playing it live because, you know, people knew more of the words, the more of the songs, which, you know, makes my job a lot easier.
Just finding ways around the job here. Just like, oh, you know it. Great. There you go. You go.
I'm
for
not
it.
sure that's how you meant to be like, oh, they know the words, so really I could just relax, to be honest, you know. I could just kick back.
Looking around to the rest of the band, being like, yeah, you know, you keep going, guys. You keep going. I'll just sit back here. Don't worry about that.
Sing along if you know the words, because I won't be.
We've reached this level now, guys, and I'll be honest with you, we're good.
So, yeah, the dream is to get to the point where I don't have to sing at all. It's basically karaoke.
It's basically karaoke. I was about to say, yeah, it's just welcome to the show. It's karaoke. Enjoy.
Sometimes, to be fair, sometimes when you see some of the really like old heritage acts, that's basically what it is, isn't it? Like, so they can't sing anymore, but you know, you have fun anyway because you know all the words, you know.
You have fun. Is that the goal of being in a band, to reach the point of just
I think so.
Fuck it.
100%.
It's a sign that you're on to big things, I suppose.
I went to see the Rolling Stones last year, and I would put money on Keith Richards not playing that guitar. Like,
you can't just
and
say
if he is, it's like low in the mix. They got another guitarist up there. But I mean, mate, when I'm his age, I won't be able to play. I can't play guitar now. I'm not slighting the guy, and I'd rather he was there than he wasn't. But I'm just like, look, when you get to that age, just being there, I'm like, fair play, guys. We'll do the rest.
Yeah, I like the attempt though. They still look great.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, to be fair, Mick Jagger is more in better shape than I am. Like,
I was thinking that. I went to
great's not the word.
I was watching Mick Jagger. Like, he's got more energy than like I ever have.
Mate, he was honestly like one step away from backflipping. I swear. Yeah. He's made some kind of horrible deal with Satan, I think. I'm not sure how he got here.
Get more energy the older they get.
Yeah, maybe that's it. So are you looking like thinking, well, it's all right, in about 40 years I'm gonna really peak with the energy levels. Until then I'm just gonna rattle along.
I'm holding on for that moment, trust me. Maybe once everyone learns the word and I don't have to sing, I'll have more energy.
That's it. Yeah, you can put more effort into the
what you're doing,
the running up and down the stage.
I can just dance while everyone sings.
Just doing the splits, just like, hey. You basically become Bez in another form. You become
That's the dream.
That is the dream.
All roads lead to becoming Bez.
All roads lead to Bez. He definitely have that catchphrase.
Yeah.
You could get that on his merch.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you haven't got an album title yet for the next album, All Roads Lead to Bez.
All Roads Lead to Bez, yeah.
Put it in.
I agree with that as well, to be honest. I've been down a lot of roads, and some of them have led to Bez. So
literally,
not the ones you'd expect. You know, driving down a country lane. Is that Bez?
Is that Bez? There he is. The maracas going.
He turned up one time in like a like DJ set around where like I live, which is like over the water from Liverpool, and we were all like, "Why the fuck is Bez from Happy Mondays like here?" And honest to God, all night, one of my mates was really fucked, and he was going. He was telling everyone in the DJ set that Bez was his dad, and then Bez just came up to him at the end of the night and was like, "Why are you telling everyone that I'm your dad?"
That's a good question. That's real, like when you're at school and they're like, you do something, they're like, what did you think would happen? And you just have no answer. You're like, I cannot.
You just I don't know.
Yeah. just had to go, thought it was funny.
Yeah,
he loved it though. He ended up back at me mates.
Jesus Christ.
Really, really did.
All roads do lead to Bez. All roads lead to Bez.
All roads lead to Bez.
Oh my God. Try to bring it back on track. Does that road include playing stadium shows of Arctic Monkeys? I bet that was a fun one.
Oh yeah, that was. I mean, Bez didn't show up at any of them. Like, unfortunately,
well, not that you know of.
Oh,
yeah,
that's true.
Maybe he did actually. I wouldn't have known really. But yeah, no, they were great. I mean, it was such a honor to play with them, and the Hives. Like, it was kind of surreal, to be honest.
It
was a pretty mad lineup. You know, it's good fun.
Yeah, it was very good fun. I recovered for like a month after, so.
I bet the Hives are just tremendous fun backstage.
Oh, yeah.
I can just imagine they're also incredibly cool to this day still, but I'm guessing they're
really
just around
enjoy
backstage.
I think Jamie is the only person I know who, when told, "Oh yeah, we did a tour with Arctic Monkeys and the Hives," goes, "Oh, the Hives, they're really cool. Yeah, they're the ones." Yeah. I mean, I love the Hives. They were great when I saw them, but I think Arctic Monkeys are probably the bigger one for me out there.
Yeah.
Call me controversial, but
you know what? They're equally for all of us in the band, they're just we've all been brought up on both of those bands. I remember like having like the Arctic Monkeys first album in our car when I was a kid, and the Hives, Tyrannosaurus Rex, and just like it's mad really. Like and the Hives were like equally as much fun as the Arctics, and equally as like just lovely and like welcoming with us. And you know, weirdly it didn't feel like we were like in the presence of bands who, you know, had like been there and done that. Everyone just kind of felt like on the same level, which made us kind of play better, I think, because we weren't, you know, stressing and made to feel like we had to, you know, exceed what we can do right now. And no, yeah, it was boss. It didn't really click in whilst we were on the tour, to be honest. It's like, it's been the past month, I've been like, oh shit, we went on tour with the Arctic Monkeys.
We were just playing stadiums, just a normal time there. Just pretty
It feels to me like the first time it'd click is when you go back onto like a stage, like the headline size stage, and you're like, oh, where's the rest of it? Where's all the space gone?
Where's the catering gone?
Yeah. That's the main thing. Yeah. You're like, hold on a minute. Why is there not an entire suite that is the dressing room now? Like, how is this? Why is this not a thing, to be fair?
Do you know who I went on tour with? Do you know who I am?
Yeah, that's it. The ego has gone through the roof now. That's what it is.
Yeah. I know, It's you know, it's fun to kind of humble yourself with those shows, though, in a way, because it's like, I kind of like the juxtaposition, really, because, like, you'll do a tour like that, and I think within, like, 2 days, we did, like, a festival. I can't remember where it was. But there was literally like 5 people there, and it was like raining so heavily, and like the sound was awful, and we were just like, what the fuck's happening?
Yeah. A real crashing down to earth moment. Yeah.
Alex Turner, take me back. I want to go back to the stadium.
Please. Oh God. But I guess it must also be, you know, especially if you're like looking obviously ahead to kind of what comes next as well, like that inspiration of playing those massive kind of like, you know, venues and everything that comes with it. It must, not that it directly influences, but it must kind of feed into almost, you're like, right, we've just done this. Like, do you almost like have that in mind almost with what comes next?
It definitely sets you up for, you know, greater aspirations.
Yeah.
And I suppose, like, you know, when I'm like writing and stuff, I don't really think about like venue sizes, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
But, you know, just to kind of be there and know that, you know, the Arctics are from like a similar background. They're like a northern band.
Yeah.
They've been like doing it for years, and also just like doing records after records and working hard. It kind of just like was a reflection of like, well, if you do that and you're good enough and you know, you deliver, then you can get to places like stadiums. And I mean, obviously the fucking huge stadiums. I didn't realize how big they were.
You walked in, you're like,
probably for the best. Yeah.
Jesus.
The first day, I don't go to watch the footy or anything, so I was just like, the first day the lads were like, you know, obviously being like, oh, this, you know, they play here and this match happened here and this year and stuff. And I was just like, I just got there and was like, oh, actually they are big, aren't they?
I think, I mean, I'm not a football fan either, so the only time I go is like when there are bands on, and you kind of like, oh yeah, it's sort of similar to an arena size, right? And then you walk in and you're like, oh, okay, this is slightly bigger.
Oh, it's like, exactly. God, there's someone sat all the way up there. Okay, interesting.
Honestly,
interesting.
People were so far away from us, though. It almost felt like you're kind of doing like a practice, like a band practice in a way, because I think every night I just like went into the gig just kind of thinking like, there's so many people here, not even half these people know who I am or who we are or heard anything. So like we can kind of do whatever we want, really.
You're there like, do you know what? fuck it. We'll just do tonight. We're just going to do something completely different in that regard.
Do a jazz set.
I guess it might be quite like... hold on. Yeah, here's the jazz set coming up. Like, get ready.
not this early.
Not this early, yeah. That's
Maybe
definitely...
after the fourth record.
When you've got some leeway.
Yeah, we haven't even done the second one yet. Might be shit.
Might be shit. Yeah, it's like, whoa,
Mysterines album 2 title, At Least It's Not Jazz.
Think about it.
All roads lead to Bez.
All roads lead to Bez, of course. That's it. Nice. I guess it must be obviously like you're looking ahead to kind of like obviously record and I guess like recording over the next few weeks and stuff. But obviously you've got the Day of the Girl War Child show at Gorilla. Like talk about going from obviously massive stadiums back to kind of like a small venue, which kind of the sort of venues that you would have cut your teeth at kind of like at the start. Like is it almost like a nice way to almost like round out the year for you guys in like back in kind of like those sort of venues and obviously for a great cause as well?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I love Gorilla in Manchester. I think it's a boss venue.
Yeah.
I used to live there, so not in Gorilla.
I was like, hold on a second. Just in a room round the back, just like, just knock on the door. Just, no worries.
The grind never stops, you know?
Yeah.
It'll be great. And it's for a great cause. We were like honours really to have them ask us to do that.
Yeah.
And the lineup's great as well. So I think it'll just like, I think we fly 2 days after to go and do the record. So it's
literally a farewell. Literally,
exactly.
And that's it. And we're off for a while. Absolutely, yeah. No, and it must be like you say, almost what you were saying there, like the fact that you are now at a position where you can do those sort of shows, where it is like we can almost go back and have those sort of moments. Must be quite surreal, especially for like the journey kind of that you've had with all of the the touring and everything that's come with it. It must be quite surreal to kind of have that.
Yeah, I mean, we've had quite a bit of a break as well with the gigging and stuff. We haven't really been gigging as much because we've been, cracking on with writing and things.
Yeah.
So it'll be really nice. I think, I've been looking forward to that gig for a while, to be honest, just because it is going to feel a bit more like intimate, I suppose. And we're playing like some of the new songs now that are going to be on the second record. So we're kind of in that transition period, which is like really nice for us because we're playing the new stuff, so that still feels really fresh, and it almost makes us play the old songs better in a way because you're kind of keeping yourself interested in what you're doing.
Yeah. You're like, look, we've been playing these songs for fucking years. Like, we're gonna keep it fresh. We're gonna keep moving. Nice. And I guess obviously you put out Begin Again, which will play in just a second earlier in the year. Is that kind of, I guess, an indicator of kind of like where you're looking to go next with the next album, or is it almost like does that almost feel like a nice kind of like stopgap in between kind of like the two records, really?
Yeah, definitely. I think the idea behind it initially was that it was going to be on the record, but we've basically written too many songs now, so I don't think
we've got a nice problem to have. Nice problem to have.
Yeah.
But it's kind of, I suppose we were kind of just seeing it as like a point of which everything from Begin Again onwards is going to be like a new lease of life for the band. So I mean, the sound of it is definitely going to be very similar to what the record's going to sound like.
Yeah.
But I think even kind of the title, Begin Again, it's pretty straightforward that we're just kind of scrapping everything we did and starting again almost.
Just like
forget about that first album.
Yeah. Look, I know you liked it, but we're on to the next. But what we'll do is we'll play Begin Again now. And then we'll be back after this with, of course, a highbrow journalist game. What else would it be? So this is Begin Again by Mysterines.
For how far does this stretch? The clock
What a tune. What a tune. Begin again. Speaking of
You
begin...
you introed that so quickly that it was like you were like scared of it. So this is the beginning of the Mysteries.
Oh my god, here it is. It's gone. Okay, we all go. Play it. You know, just I was that excited. That's
Right, yeah,
that's
of
the
course.
term. That's what it is. That's what it is. Speaking of excited, boy, am I excited for this game up next. It's that part of the show, Leah, where we some artists say it's their favorite part of the show. Some artists visibly sigh at the sheer thought of it. So we'll see what happens at this point.
Which is
I'm
impressive
for looking,
in an
definitely.
audio-only medium.
Yeah, we can actually visually see it through the actual audio. That's how exciting it is. Jake, do you want to explain what the game is this week?
Yeah, so the game is Begin Again and Again and Again, based on Begin Again. Who would have thought?
You know what? That is so funny that you called that.
You know it's good when you go, that's funny, that. Like,
Yeah, that's funny.
Wait till we start.
It's so funny because me and my brother have like a joke about like that, and anytime like I say begin again, he says and again and again.
and here
Wow.
he is today. No. Oh god, yeah. Not to be confused with Fred again. Very quickly,
Yes.
which I realised
Yeah.
that could have been. He's not.
Fred
He's
Could
not
have
here.
been confusing, could it?
No.
You think this game might have been confused with the career of a DJ? Anyway,
You never know.
anyway, so this basically sometimes things don't go right in the day, but we thought like, is it really worth starting the whole day again just to avoid a specific mishap? So we're going to give you a couple of scenarios, and we want to know whether you think you'd just tough it out and carry on, or whether you would start the whole day again to see whether you could avoid it.
Mm,
Okay.
mm.
I
So
do have
number
a lot
one.
of scenarios in my days usually, so
Where that
I'm quite,
Okay,
I'm
come
quite
up, well.
resilient.
You're an expert in this then. So number one, you're walking along and you step in a puddle of water and it shoots all the way up and you just covers your legs and your trousers in dirty water. Do you just
Okay.
like get on with your day, or do you think, no, I'm going to start this all over again?
No, I just get on with that. I think. Yeah,
Yeah?
I just crack on. I wouldn't start again. Worst things can happen in that.
That's true. That's true. Okay, I like that. You're like,
guess-
better the devil I know.
I guess
Well,
also the logic.
you can dry it underneath like a dryer.
Bam! There it is. There's a way to resolve the issue. I
Yeah,
guess.
if
That's the most like on tour response I've ever heard. My response would be, well, you could go home and get changed, whereas you're like, give me a hand dryer and I'll sort that out. Good as new.
This sounds like something that's happened. That's what it is. Like you're just about to go on stage at a festival. Bam! Big puddle of mud everywhere.
I suppose if it happened before stage, I would probably start again. Actually, if it was before stage,
Okay.
yeah,
Contextual. Context is everything.
yeah.
I'm sorry, I've really got the idea that when you step in the puddle, it's like one of those puddles that's like really deep, so you just disappear into it. You're there like, I can't go on stage now. I'm literally head to
Gone
toe.
for a swim.
Yeah, come out just like, hi everyone, how are we doing? It's like, is he all right? Is he all right? A strong one. Okay, a very resilient answer there. What about if you are you're just going about your day and you are presented with a painting of yourself, but they turn around the painting and it looks absolutely nothing like you, and it's basically an insult. Are you starting the day again, or are you tackling it?
Ooh. See, again, I don't really think that would affect my day. I'd be humbled to say the least.
Bring you back down to earth after the Arctic Monkeys stadium tour.
Here's you, and you're like, that looks like I've been hit in the face, but great, cheers.
Do I really look like that? No. I think, well, there's no stopping someone from drawing that. So starting my day again would just probably make them draw it again, which means they could do it worse, if anything. So
Oh, this is
I'd
good
probably
thinking,
just take
actually.
that one on the chin and crack on.
It could be worse.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that to be the
Again, the
thinking.
worse it gets.
Yeah. It slowly becomes, you're like, oh no. Okay, right, just go on, just crack on.
That's like a David Lynch version of like Groundhog Day. That
constantly presented with a weird painting of yourself.
That gets weirder. That gets weirder every time. Oh, amazing! A strong reasoning there. A very strong reasoning there. Jake.
Okay, how about drunkenly blowing the whole band budget on a huge trampoline for your stage show?
I've probably done something similar, to be honest. So I have lived this day. And
on a trampoline, of course.
Wanted to start the day again. Yeah, I would start the day again.
I think that's fair. I think that's the right choice.
Yes. Yeah.
I've done this already. I've literally done this now. Oh God! Can we ask what you did blow the budget on? Was it? Is it something really? The rest of the band were like, "Why have you done that?"
It was something similar to a trampoline. But I couldn't
Just sort of
possibly
like 20 questions or so. Similar to a trampoline.
Two
Let's
words.
say it was metaphorically a trampoline.
Yeah. It had the effect of the trampoline. Oh, amazing. That's the start again, and that's from experience. So
Yes,
a very strong
definitely
one.
begin again there.
Yeah. How do you feel if you were running for the bus, and everyone's on the bus just sat there watching you? You stack right over on your face in front of every single person, and you miss your bus. Is that I'm starting again?
I never run for the bus because I know that would happen to me. I have been so close to getting the bus. Literally, if I ran for 3 seconds, I probably would have got it. And I much rather just let it watch it drive off and just kind of feel so sorrowful inside than run for it.
To make yourself feel. It's a real darkness to the end of that. So I just really want the sorrow to hit me as I miss the bus.
Is this right?
Yeah. I was going to say, is this like some kind of songwriter's class? Like, do whatever it takes to make yourself feel something and use that.
Miss the bus every day.
If you miss the bus every day, you will write the best heartbreak album of your life. Guaranteed.
I like the way you're like, I don't do it.
I would start the day again if that was the case. And I'd probably remind myself, Leah, this is why you don't run for the bus.
Yeah, you've been actively avoiding it, so that's enough of a sign to know that you would actually have to begin again that day.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, fucking amazing. Oh God, Jake.
Okay, how about you do the best gig of your lives, everything goes incredibly, and then as you walk off stage, you realise you left your entire bag on the train before the gig and you don't have your wallet, your passport or anything, and you've got to sort all that out. Do you begin again knowing that you might not do that best gig again? Or do you
I just crack on. I just crack on again.
Crack on with the admin of replacing everything.
Again,
that's commitment to the craft.
I've lost so many things on tour.
Yeah, when we were writing this, I don't think we realised all of this would be things you've actually done.
Yeah, we didn't realise that it would tie in so well, but it turns out
I'm full of life experience. Trust me.
And you wouldn't have that experience if you'd begun again.
Exactly. There you go. You don't learn your lesson then.
Did you say that you and Callum had left your suitcases somewhere?
Yeah, we've both individually left our suitcases at where was it? It was what's that venue called in Cornwall? The really big one.
The Eden
Plymouth
Project.
Pavilion? Oh no, there you go.
Is that in Cornwall?
Plymouth's in Cornwall, right? Are we taking?
No,
yeah.
I don't know.
We both individually left our suitcases there. Fully left them. And I got it back. I had this weird premonition, and I was like, I reckon, because we were in a travel lodge, I was like, I reckon someone from the Eden Project will be driving past the travel lodge, and I just kind of held out for that, and then that happened, and they dropped it off.
Wow. Fair play.
I love the way, this is obviously someone with knowledge that you're there. They're not just going around every hotel. It's like, Mysterines in there anywhere?
Yeah. I mean, honestly,
we'll go to the next one. We'll go to the next one.
How many travel lodges are there near the Eden Project?
That, okay,
probably
yeah,
just
very
the one.
fair. Very
exactly.
Fair, very fair. Very fair.
I just held out for it.
Before Reading this year, on the morning of going to Reading, we had to get there early because Yard Act were the first ones on, and I had to review them. So we're all sorted, ready to go.
and I've got on the first train of my 3-train journey to Reading. I've got off the train. I've rung Jamie to tell him what sort of time I'm going to be there. And while on the phone with Jamie, I've realised that I left my suitcase on the train.
Oh, no.
It's like 10 minutes into an hour and a half journey. I fucked it completely.
Oh, did you get it back?
I did, I had to chase it. I had to get the next train, which, because it was like rush hour, was only like 5 minutes later. And then the first one terminated like 2 stops after. So when I went to get the bag, the man was so baffled because he'd been handed it about 30 seconds before I turned up. Like they'd been like, here's a missing bag. And then I turned up behind them like, that is my bag. And the man was like, are you sure?
Yeah. Is this a joke? Is this a bit? Fucking hell.
So that's proof. If you lose your stuff, you get it back.
Persevere.
Yeah, I think you've got to remain hopeful.
Life finds a way.
Life finds a way.
All roads lead to Bez.
All roads lead to
Exactly. Bez will give it back when you see him.
Yeah.
He lost property, famous lost property manager, Bez. Always there. Got another one for you. So you've gone to see your favourite artist perform. So your number one favourite artist ever. And they directly call you out for being too loud or annoying in the crowd.
Oh, no.
Are you starting that day again?
I would 100% start that day again.
So you're there, you're watching a Bez DJ set,
of course,
he points at you and says, why are you telling everyone that you're my child? Get out.
Oh, you're starting that day again. You're like, I can't deal with
just
the
through
embarrassment.
going through that experience, because it was so funny, I wouldn't start a day again if it was Bez. However, if it was anyone else,
the Bez
clause.
I don't think I've said the name Bez so many times in a 25-minute period of my entire
I know,
life.
you're like, tag him in this.
yeah. We'll tell him, Bez, if you do listen, hey, how you doing?
I'm sure he does.
regular listener to the show. I'm very, very sure. A very strong begin again. We've probably got time for 2 more, Jake. So do you want to whack out your last one?
Jesus. Okay. It's a good thing we have time for 2 more because we have 2 more written down. So
that's really thankful.
You go to Tesco and you're feeling adventurous, so you buy a really rogue adventurous meal deal, and it turns out to be really shit. You know, like you go in and you get one of the limited edition sandwiches, and then maybe like, you know, some kind of strange imitation meat skewer and a weird smoothie.
What? That's the rogue. Yeah, you've pulled it
I
together.
reckon that's the hardest one you've given me. That, you know.
Would you like, because that's middle of the day? It kind of defines your day. How that goes.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, I think I don't know. You know, I feel like I should be resilient here because I've never been through that. So I feel like I should, you know, I'd like to learn.
I feel like
from
the
that
big
lesson.
thing with this one is that it's your fault. You know,
Yeah,
the other
true.
ones, there's an element of chance in there, but this one, you specifically picked these 3 items, and they fucking suck. You've ruined it.
Oh God, I mean, I think I'd just like to go through that actually, just to
Yeah,
build
just to
your
feel
character.
something.
like, just to be like, I know I should never do that again, sort of thing.
I have been through the flames of hell and emerged. Nothing you
The
do
more
can hurt me.
experience, the better, you know
I
what I
once
mean?
picked the wrong meal deal.
Yeah.
I want to go through that to experience it. Like, let me just fall on
Well,
this
no, I don't
like
want to go
national
through it, but I
service.
feel like
I
feel like the emotion I'll be presented with after is one that I can definitely put in the back pocket of experience. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I feel like
love that.
kind of win-win, really. I mean, depends on
Well,
how
a lose
tragic
win,
it was.
I guess.
could
Yeah,
start
how
it.
tragic. Yeah, how tragic would be the question, right? Like,
Yeah.
if
Maybe
it
you go
was-
the other way and you get like ready salted crisps, a plain ham sandwich, and a bottle of
Oh
water.
God.
Oh, you go mega plain. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think I just no. I'd rather fuck it up than go too plain.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
ham,
think that's
ham,
fair.
no mayo. Yeah, like that sort of
Oh,
vibe. We're
no
like,
way.
oh, you're there. Like if
I'm
you
not a
threw it on the
psychopath.
wall, yeah, if you threw it on the wall, it'd bounce off. It's that sort of vibe. That's how plain it is. Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, so
No.
life experience would
Exactly.
do it. Would do it and not begin again.
Yes, we'll
'Cause you
go
have to
for
go
that
for it.
one.
We'll go for that. And the last one for you. So one of your bandmates has decided that today is the perfect moment to introduce choreographed dancing into your live set. Do you Do you let that
Can
happen?
I just check on this? Is that happening on stage or is this a pre-stage?
I was just going to say, it's funny you say that because...
Here we go.
George.
Have you literally done everything?
Have you done everything? The only thing you haven't done is the adventurous meal deal, and you're like, oh, I better go through that. Yeah.
No, George has got this kind of performance that he wanted to do a while ago.
Oh, amazing.
Called George in the Box.
Please explain.
Jesus.
Please explain.
So it's where we like wheel George onto stage in a it's kind of like a mime performance. It's not a real box.
Please.
And then he has to kind of escape the box before we come on stage. What do you reckon?
I love it.
I mean,
Please
you do
do that.
you, I think, is...
We
I don't want to be
practice
held
it all the time,
responsible. I
like-
don't want to say you practice it all the time. You said you had band practice after this. Is that what it
Is that
actually
what it
is?
is?
Box practice.
I can't say too much, you know what I mean? Right.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm gonna
But
be.
I'm intrigued.
I'm gonna be at the Gorilla show, right? And if that is not the opening of the set, I'm gonna be really, really upset.
This is the thing, I can never miss another show of yours in case it's the show that you decide to do.
George in the Box.
George in the box today. And then he gets out, and then you start. Like that's the
Yeah,
that's
he gets
the,
out
goal.
and then he just like jumps on the bass.
I love that so
We've got
much.
like music to it and everything.
What's the music? Is it like classical music? Like a real
It's a
like
jazz piece and
Oh,
it's
there
been
we go.
remixed by Bez.
Of course, yeah.
just twisting my melon man, just playing over and over again while he's trying to get out the box.
Jesus.
Oh, so clearly would not begin again because this is actually going to happen at some point.
We've got this solidly practiced. So, you know, if I began again, then I might forget the like performance. So
We would never want to go back after that. That would nullify every other
God
going
forbid,
back ever. Oh God! Amazing. Well, but with that, I think our time is up. We can't
Yeah, what
go-
better way to end?
What better way to end than the image?
George in the Box.
George in the box. Leah, it's been a pleasure. Looking
Thank you
forward
very
to the
much for having
show this week when it comes out. So looking forward to that. I hope recording goes well. God, I look forward to seeing the adventurous meal deal you end up having at some point. So that'd be intentional. If you go there, yeah. We're gonna play In My Head to end things. So a pleasure, and yeah, we'll catch you soon.
Yeah, boss. Thanks for
Enjoy
having
practice.
Been
Enjoy
great.
George in a Box.
me. I will do.
And there we have it. Leah, the Mysterines, chatting all things Day of the Girl for War Child this week. As we mentioned, if you listen to this on Monday, you've missed Katie Baser, soz. But there's still a chance to go to Nilifer Yanya on Wednesday at Bush Hall in London and Thursday with the Mysterines themselves in Manchester at Gorilla.
Freshly practiced and ready for bears.
Ready. Really ready for Bez. We will see what the Tesco meal deal is. At the show itself. If you want to find out more about all things War Child, head to their website or head to the Dork website where there's links to all the work they do. If you can donate any money, it's really appreciated. They do amazing things around in war-torn countries around the world. So shout out, respect, and yeah, donate. That'd be great. Should we get on to some more new music with that in mind?
I'd love to. More new music. This is the first new music.
Oh yeah. 2 flights
Have we
cancelled.
played any new music? I guess we played the Mysterines. That counts.
That counts.
I'm gonna say, otherwise it's like Ed Sheeran we've played and like U2.
Yeah, I don't know if they're as cutting, to be fair. But just very quickly, rip-off merchants, 1 out of 5. EasyJet is one of those idiotic companies that thinks that ripping off customers will result in return business. Now, I don't know if they do think that, but okay.
No, I don't.
I doubt it. I doubt
think
it.
that's policy.
I don't think that's policy. They won't allow a small wheelie case without speedy boarding. If you don't pay for that, then they gouge you at the airport with charges of over €100 for a tiny cabin bag. Continue.
I agree that this system does suck.
Yeah.
But it does also wind me up when people do these reviews when it's like if you're the only people on that flight that have done that, it would imply to me that you didn't check.
Yeah. It applies. Yeah. It's like, come on now, guys.
Like, I don't like it when you order a burger and chips don't come with it.
Yeah.
But if I'm in a place and that happens and it's clearly advertised on the menu, you don't then start flipping tables and screaming, do you?
Yeah, exactly. How many thousands or millions of customers now actively avoid using your airline because you ripped them off? Thieves. New music. Jake, do you want to start us with a slice of new music? Thieves.
Yes, Mary in the Junkyard have released their debut single Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's what it would sound like if I had outsourced my work to a chatbot.
Exactly. This is the real deal here on the
Mary in the
Airwaves
Junkyard have played a few shows.
Yeah.
They are very, very good. This is their first single. They came up through that kind of windmill scene in Brixton. They're really good. Really think they've stuck this one. Like, seeing them live is very scrappy and fun. This actually feels a lot more polished than I expected, to be honest. But without losing what they sound like live, which is perfect, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
They I forgot what I was going to say when you said yeah. Then
was it a bit too loud?
They released the song on a Tuesday, and it's called Tuesday, and I'm here for that.
Yeah, that is like a little extra touch, isn't it? That will that'll really sway you. I feel, out of all people, like sort of me, but I like that. Yeah. I'll give you that as a result of it.
I will give them that.
Yeah.
The vocalist Clary Freeman Taylor has said that this song was written when they were first experiencing life in a city and was feeling very small. Anyone at home who wants to recreate that, if next time you come to London, you put your shoes on your knees and walk around like that, that's how it feels.
If I walk out and I see people doing that, I'll be incredibly alarmed more than anything.
Alarmed? Well, that's on you, mate.
Unless they do it on a Tuesday when it makes sense, and that'll be fine.
Yeah. If it's on a Wednesday, it'll be ludicrous.
Yeah, I'll be like, what are you doing? You know, it's Meerkat Wednesdays, isn't it? Is that right? Meerkat Wednesdays?
I don't know.
For the cinema tickets? I think that's about my words. But don't go to the cinema. Listen to this. This is really, really great. They played our... They played one of our Dort's Night Out shows with Do Nothing, earlier in the year, and they were great. Amazing.
They did.
Yeah.
They were.
They were wonderful. So looking forward to hearing everything else, especially like you say, hearing it live. It had I guess a certain energy, but like you say, on record, it really feels like they've crafting something like not completely different, but like absolutely giving it more than maybe I think anyone could have like anticipated. But really like it. You know, they've been a bit of a word of mouth in and around London venues and shows. So it's nice to see them come out and get that response.
Plant. You mean?
Yes. As once again, I was going to say we, but it technically was me that got called Destroyer of Scenes.
Yes.
So delighted to be doing that with more good music. So
yeah, this is Tuesday by Mary in the Junkyard.
Wonderful stuff from Mary in the Junkyard. Exciting, Jake, to have new music in the world. I've got another one.
That was a really, really weird voice.
Yeah, exciting. It's a Sunday, everyone. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's talk about Lovejoy, shall we? who are back with a brand new track called Normal People Things. So obviously, talked about Lovejoy before on the show. We're on the cover of our magazine earlier in the year as well. This kind of, I guess, online sensation that really they were the biggest new band going before anyone realized that they were a new band going. Like, they just kind of appeared very much, I think, for a wider industry or music world looking in. But they had this diehard loyal following that kind of go everywhere and
Live following.
That completely, I guess, just like taking over, sort of like following that most bands would like dream of having, and would take them years to kind of build up. And this has kind of come through.
So you say they're industry plants?
Well, no, because they've been planted and they've grown already. So I don't know how. Like there'd be a. It's the sort of thing you'd buy from the shop, and it'd be like, oh wow, this already tastes sensational, and you've not even cooked it yet. It's already
not an industry
great.
plant, kind of like a Tesco Express plant.
Yeah, in a good way. Let's go with that. They only played there
like a living basil that you would buy. You save money. You get to grow a plant. It smells good.
I don't
tastes
think
great.
Well, if you want to give them that quote to use, Lovejoy, living basil. Yeah, in a good way. In a good way. It
could be Lovejoy, and then the quote can be, get your pens ready, Lovejoy. It will be like living basil with all the positive things that entails.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You can quote us. You can use that. It's absolutely no problem at all. Only been playing shows for like just over a year, and obviously put out Wake Up and It's Over and like Call Me What You Like, I guess a few months ago now, but this Normal People Things is heavier in sound. Like, you can really tell that going out and playing live, as they have done over the past year, has kind of really like impacted them, and it kind of like you can really feel that. They've toured all the major festivals, had big crowds following them here, there, and everywhere, and this kind of feels like, I don't know, the sound that's ready to fill the size venues that they're already like playing at in such a quick period of time. So that kind of ambition and sound is following
Stadium.
That's wow. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. That really came out of nowhere. That's that venue just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That's that. Just that.
Yeah.
But I mean, with the rise that they're going on, like, you can rule out nothing with these guys.
Just going by London, because obviously there's a lot of venues, so you can sort of track it a bit better. It's normally sort of Windmill, Electric Ballroom, Kentish Town Forum, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
That's the jump. That's the jump.
Bands, if you're not leaping up one venue at least per album, pack it in.
Yeah, great, super. Yeah, cheers everyone. Yeah, pack it in. But this song is tough. It's it's a bit meaty, if you know what I mean. It's a bit meaty in sound.
That's not really like Living Basil.
I like it. It's really, really great, and I think Lovejoy just continue to get better as they continue to play. You can really feel that influence coming in. So I'm excited to see what they do. It feels like they're like really embracing this level of kind of I don't know, size that they're now at, which maybe a year ago they were still trying to almost like get to grips with as they were playing. It was still amazing, but it's definitely something that's happened over the past year that they've really, become like natural to it. So I really, really like this. I love the fact that it's a slightly tougher, heavier sound. So I'm really looking forward to what comes next from it. But this is a good one. This is a really, really great one, and exciting new band. So this is Normal People Things by Lovejoy.
Hold your breath, I'll make it worth the wait. Hold your breath to your chest and come back and see me.
Are they named after the Reverend in The Simpsons?
I don't believe so. I
don't believe so.
I don't believe so. No. I've had no
fucking hell. No, another lawsuit. Oh. Can't believe it. Reverend Lovejoy is so litigious. He's always getting on people about this stuff.
The worst experience ever. This is the worst airline in the entire world. I don't know how you even exist at this point. You should be banned for the sanity of humanity. I hate you so much. You ruined my
Wow.
entire trip.
I hate you.
so much. We are we are in 2023. This is not the 1900s. You should learn to be more efficient
What does that mean?
you should learn to be more efficient and treat your customers who are paying for a service with more respect. I do not recommend this airline. Please just go bankrupt and do us all a favor.
If you were trying to get a flight in the early 1900s, you would probably, in some countries, be arrested as some kind of witch.
Yeah. Also, Easy Life would never do that to you. So
That's true. They wouldn't.
They wouldn't. So fuck you, EasyJet. Jake, more new music?
Yes. Alex Lahey has released the deluxe edition of their album The Answer Is Always Yes.
Yeah.
The couple new tracks, and one of them I really, really like. So I'm going to play that. It's called When the Rain Comes Down.
There you go. Done. Sorted.
Yeah, it's just a really fun, sort of chilled out, slackery song. Also has some funny lyrics that I actually looked up, and there's a quote from Alex. It basically says, the song was initially inspired by the perverse Twitter thread between Elon Musk and Sheryl Crow as she was trying to troubleshoot an issue with her Tesla that left her stranded in a parking lot.
I guess inspiration comes from everywhere, really. And
that is true.
That is an example of it.
I had the lyrics up, but I've got rid of the thing. What do you think of this song?
I really like it. I really like it. I think Alex Lahey, I guess first came out. I guess that first album when it's like I Haven't Been Taking Care of Myself and Lotto in Reverse. Like I really remember those tunes kind of like coming out and like just this like really like feel good, fun energy. It kind of reminded me of the more kind of like slacker indie rock sort of style. And like hearing this and hearing kind of like how Alex's journey musically has gone since then, like this feels like a really soaring, like Fleetwood Mac-y sort of song. Like the harmonies are amazing, and it's like it does feel like I don't know, it has like a classic sound, but also like distinctly of its time. I'd probably compare it not like directly because they are different in sound, but like Blonde Shell in a similar approach where it feels like pulled from like that classic songwriting feel but done in a very modern and to date manner, and this kind of like feels like that. Really, it's like a really lovely record.
I couldn't find the lyrics, so I wrote them somewhere. They're gone now. Listen to the song if you want to. But I also like, Alex is live at Leeds, which we mentioned already. The festival, we didn't mention that Alex was there.
Yeah.
But I think it's nice listening to someone on the same lineups as a lot of the indie bands that we cover a lot of, and on, the same bills, playing the same places, that's got a completely different sound. I think it's just really nice that we now live in a world where even a couple of years ago in the height of, say, like the post-punk boom or whatever, there was stuff like this going on as well that's still got an audience, like still thriving, like sharing bills now as well with really disparate bands like Shame are playing live at Leeds, and this is also going to be there. I just love
the mix.
You can really curate a day. That's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. I recommend it definitely because, and especially live, Alex Lahey, really good fun. So would recommend definitely popping in if you can to see that set. But yeah, really great. I think if you're a fan of like Katie J. Pearson, for example, you might really like everything that Alex Lahey's doing. Also, 100%. Does an amazing cover of Welcome to the Black Parade that she did on Triple J for like a version. So I'd recommend if you want a little YouTube binge, go have a look at that. Really good because that's quite the fucking song to cover.
It is. That's
you're like,
true.
Come on now. But this is great.
Yeah. So also, I think if you want to know what this song sounds like, if you really like Alex Lahey, you'll probably like this song. That's also true. This is When the Rain Comes Down by Alex Lahey.
The world's a carbon-dated simulation, can't have it all. I call my stunt double, next thing you know, she's scaling the walls. It's a goddamn shame that I can save the game. Oh, I need a minute, but I'm in it, I'm not leaving, I'm just walking away. When the rain comes down,
Wonderful track. Well done.
They say he changes when the rain comes down, as
There you
Arctic
go.
Monkeys once sang.
Ah, there you go. Like a, little mashup.
Alex Turner, Alex Leahy, you know.
Just saying.
These things, these connections, you got to make these connections.
Come on
you know?
now.
Wake up, people.
Wake up. Open your eyes. Open your eyes.
Proof that Alex Leahy is an industry plant. 3 for 3 so far.
Shall we get to one more then?
Let's see.
If this is an industry plant, then this is like, I don't know, strapping a nuclear bomb in the middle of the music industry and going, yeah, let's just fucking do this. This is a band called University, and they've got a brand new song called Egypt Tune. So like University, I guess they put out a track last month called Notre Dame Made Out of Flesh, which we immediately, I guess, at Dork, were like, wow, this is great. Like, really.
We didn't
fine.
talk about it on the show because we hadn't been told that they were an industry plant yet.
Yeah, and that's
so
what we needed.
We just get told by all the major labels what to talk about, and we hadn't got told about that one. So sorry, guys.
Sorry.
But now we've had the nod from Jay-Z and the rest of the Illuminati.
Yeah,
that,
they've
these
come
are the
around
ones.
and told us that you better get involved in this now. So so that's what we're going to be doing. But now, they're back. Brand new track, Egypt Tune. It's just fucking. I don't know where to begin. It's like someone's got a lighter and they've thrown it into like a fireworks factory. And it's just gone, right, fucking here we go. It's like...
Is that what lighters say when they get thrown into factories?
Yeah, well, fuck me. Screaming, like, it's just kicking out. It's like really raucous.
It's very early soft play. But a bit looser, a bit longer, a bit more oomph to it. But yeah, I think a lot of the shoutier stuff we have around at the moment comes more from either like the Fat White side of things or the Idols side of things. This feels very, very soft play in its delivery, which is a good thing, I think. And it is something a bit different. But yeah, I think to me, when I listened to it, I was immediately reminded of soft play, and also going back a bit further, almost that early, like, Pulled Apart by Horses stuff in the vocal delivery as well.
100%. Like, and like, I don't know if you like stuff like At the Drive-In and people like that. Like, it's this world of like really like fuck off punk done in such an emphatic manner. It's like it rips and goes, but also I think what's quite good is that there's like a layer like to it all. Like there are layers
like
to
an
it.
onion.
Yeah. Like an onion, as Shrek once said.
Exactly.
It is rowdy. It's like uncontrollable. It's like, live it will absolutely go off. It just rips and like shouts at you directly. But also there are just elements of it and layers and layers and layers of stuff, and they're just really, really exciting. I've not heard a band making this kind of music that felt so exciting in quite a while. Like it makes you really want to. It's just you want to absolutely go for it. Like it's amazing.
You see them live, Reese?
I've not been able to see them live. No, unfortunately. No.
How that was, but I won't ask you how. Didn't happen.
Was going to try and see them at Great Escape, but they had a big old queue to get in, which is probably a good sign.
Industry plants,
industry wankers. But yeah, if you like that kind of heavier side of like, I guess like hardcore. And the more scrappier, I guess American-inspired, like garage rock, the heavy elements of it. You'll really, really like this. It's rowdy, it's exciting, it does not stop, it screams in your face. It's just fucking immense, really. Like this song, it like fights bears. Like that's how big it is. It fights them and it wins. It'll kill
DiCaprio in The Revenant.
Bam! There it is. Egypt Tune by University is like Leonardo DiCaprio in the film The Revenant. Did it win an Oscar?
Yes, it did.
There you go, award-winning, and rightfully so.
Industry approved,
some would say. Looking forward to everything that comes next. They're really early, like as a band, but signed to like a label like Transgressive, who really support those kind of like exciting new artists on the edge a bit. So looking forward to everything that comes up next. It's cool, complex, it's loud, it's in your face, it's perfect. So looking forward to everything that comes next. But let's have a listen now. So let's just get all your boxing gear on.
Just play the song. Play the song, Jamie.
It's Egypt Tune by University.
You know, I've never seen that DiCaprio film. No idea if he even fights a bear. Just know there's a bear in it.
Yeah, no, he does. He does fight the bear. Yeah, no, that is true.
Okay.
That is correct.
Seems rude, really. Leave the bear alone.
Yeah, leave the bear. Leave the bear alone. Just quickly for our album of the week. Third-rate outfit, incompetence at the highest standards. You get what you pay for.
I genuinely thought you were like sending for me then, like third-rate outfit. I was like, what have I done wrong? What's wrong with what I'm wearing?
I won't read this in full because it's really long, but the highlights are: Dear God, people, run for the hills.
I really enjoy these reviews because, like, don't we all know EasyJet suck?
Yeah, I don't really know.
People are talking about them like they're informing everyone about EasyJet.
Here we go. So they were stuck in an airport. Eventually, a young girl, brackets, a sacrificial lamb, in EasyJet colours with no knowledge of anything related, showed up to let us out. Yeah. Asked for a replacement flight. That didn't happen. Fotten, shame on EasyJet. Follow the outcome as it will go to Watchdog and the likes.
Shame. The Ombudsman's after them, so, you know, all fine.
Yeah. You wouldn't get that with Easy Life, the band. So,
you wouldn't.
Should we go on to our album of the week? Shout out, first of all, Claire Rosencrantz, whose album is out as well. Great album.
Yeah, couple floating around, aren't there?
Yeah, there's like, you know, there's a few bits knocking about. So because we do this every 2 weeks, it does kind of mean there'll be weeks where it's really extra busy, and then we're suddenly got to get everyone in. And there's weeks where everyone's kind of like mixed up. The Georgia Smith album is also really good. So
yes,
shout out. But we're going to talk about something completely different now, Jake. This is Paramore, who are back with an album called RE This Is Why. And it's a remix album, Jake. Except it's not a remix album.
No,
it's a remix album.
RE, I'm not actually sure what the RE is meant to stand for, but I think in emails, obviously, it's like in response to, isn't it?
Which
I think is probably a better way of phrasing it. Is like, there's some remix. I really like this because I think it's like when bands do remix albums or like remix tracks, a lot of the time it's like, you know, and they're like, we've done a dub version of the song.
Yeah.
And it's like, you listen to it once and you go, oh yeah, I guess that's kind of interesting, and then you never think about it again. Whereas this one, that's like a bizarre Zane Lowe dance remix of one of the tracks. I think we're going to play the Wet Leg one, which is a very kind of almost just a straight wet leg-ified cover of one of the tracks. You know, Barty's Strange has done a sort of mix of both of those things. Bowls have done a remix which is a lot less dancey than the Zane Lowe one. All of it's like genuinely very interesting. It's not like one vibe. It is, and it feels like Paramore have just found people who are keen, told them which song they're doing, and then just let them do whatever the fuck they want. And put it together. And I think it works really well. And I think it shows just how much of a fandom and how much goodwill Paramore have justifiably built up for years and years and years. Because this is a crazy list of people to do this. Yeah. I think if I had an album, I'd struggle to get even half of these people.
But there is a half that you would get, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Me and Panda Bear go way back. So
I always thought that, to be fair. I always thought that. Yeah, I think, like, you know, the idea of a remix album is already, I don't know, I always get a little bit like, oh, okay. Like, I don't necessarily, I'm like, okay, do what you want, but like, it's never usually any like good. The only ones I can think of are like Club Future Nostalgia, Dua Lipa did with like Blessed on a few others, and also what the if you remember, we talked about the Thousand Gex and the Tree of Clues album, which had
I don't want to think about that. To be
hey, at least DJ Boring wasn't on it. Where is he now?
MC Boing. MC Boing was my...
There we go.
Come on, mate.
Sorry, again, probably tried to...
MC Boing, my nemesis.
My sleep paralysis demon.
Yeah.
I see.
MC Boing's an industry plant, anyway, because he just mates with Danielle Hall.
Okay, so without the connections, he would not be. It'd be nothing.
We never have heard of him. Also looks exactly like Danielle Hall. A lot of weird stuff going on there. Twins, maybe.
Rumors. But it does, like you say, you've kind of rolled through these kind of like this wide array of different, I guess takes, versions. I think it is like, you know, in like I think the in reply of is probably the best way to kind of describe it. It feels like it's people who've taken kind of like This Is Why, which still is just a absolutely incredible Paramore album, and really love it. And you suddenly see the much wider scope that Paramore have. Like, you look at, like you say, the fact that it can jump between like a Remy Wolf version of You First, which I think we're going to be playing later anyway, and jump between like the Linda Lindas and Claude and even Romy, and like all give it a completely different take and feel. Is like, well, that kind of shows just how universal those tracks are and how great
I think
the core Paramore are.
Well, actually, I think we should probably play a song before I move on to the next point.
Let's do.
So should we do the C'est Comme Ça Wet Leg cover, rework, remix, etc.?
Yes.
Here it is.
I'm off caffeine, on doctor's orders. Said it was going to help to level out my hormones. Lucky for me, I ran a spite on sweet revenge. It's my dependence on the friction that really hinders my progression.
Lovely stuff. Very wet.
Yeah,
like if you didn't know
that could be
song.
like speaking of like Triple J, you know, that could be a version thing.
Yeah. It's exactly that. It's like it completely. And also, I think if you didn't know it was a Paramore song, like if it just came out and that was a Wet Leg song, you'd be like, oh yeah, this makes sense. Like this feels like it. Which I think is testament to all of it, to be fair. Testament to every single part of this project and the fact that it works so well.
And what I was going to say is, like, it working so well, I think it's kind of... I don't actually know... so in the news thing, they said they wanted to recognise the connection they have with artists that have influenced them and also that have said that Paramore have influenced them. So sort of back and forth, which is like, you know... So I'm not sure whether it was... You know, these are the people, and there's exactly the right amount for us to do this remix. Or because it feels really well curated, it does feel very. There is a little bit of something for everyone, and I also think, like, listening to it, none of them have been done. Like, there aren't two acts in the same genre that have remixed songs in the same way. Yeah, every single one of these feels like it's been redone in a different way, with like different bits left there, different bits altered, and you do it kind of. It feels like you're getting like little snippets of like alternate reality songs from the album. You know, like a lot of it does feel like, you know, like a kind of thing where like in a weird different world, this could have been what this song
could have been
sounded
the album.
like.
Yeah, like this is
like none of them. When you listen to them, you do go like, "Wow, this doesn't fucking work." Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the Foles version of This Is Why. I'm like, that could have just been the song. Like if you hadn't told me, like that would be it. Like, you know, stuff like. Romy's version of Liar, which feels completely stripped raw, or like the Julian Baker version of Fixed Skull, which is much louder. Like the only kind of, I guess, thing outside of the project is Sanity, which is, I guess, an unreleased song from Paramore, which is at the end of it, which is like in the demo form. But even in a demo form, it's like feels ridiculously like already on point. And it's like if you're throwing that away on the cutting room floor, then Jesus Christ, you know that things are going well. I think it's a really incredible
It's also, I
thing.
think that's quite a cool thing as well, because it feels they're saying that the songs are done by people who have influenced them, and also people who have said that Paramore have been an influence. It's quite cool for them also to have their own song at the end, which kind of like closes the circle on that of like they're still inputting on, you know, it's almost like this is a song that the album kind of influenced or was influenced by that we haven't released ourselves. So I think that's quite a nice thing to add at the end. And I think the whole thing is just, like I say, it's such a testament to like the fandom they've built up, and like the fact that they are a band that people completely center their universe around. You know, there aren't many bands where I think this diverse a range of artists would have something to say and want to have an input on one of their albums. Yeah, and you think about them now and you're like, I guess it comes around to a point of like just where Paramore are now. Like you think that they were a band who were like the kind of, I guess, one of the leaders of a genre, if you will, like a scene of like that pop punk emo-y world, and they've managed to not only grow bigger than that, but still brought everyone who was a fan in that with them. And I think that's a very rare thing to do as a band. 100%, considering how different these songs are to, you know, to Misery Business.
Yeah.
And I think not many bands manage, it is very rare for an act to genuinely evolve with each album and make music that was different to the stuff before, but not better or worse than the stuff before, and also have a fan base that's open to that.
Yeah, exactly. They're out on tour with Taylor Swift next year, and they just continue to kind of really stand as maybe one of like the most like beloved bands of a certain generation. Like it does really feel like that, and you can see that with, like you say, a collection like this, which shows all these people's, like you say, a not only just an appreciation of them, but like, oh wow, I can see myself as an artist in that song, even if it's completely different. Zane Lowe
and
can make a wild fucking remix and be fine with it.
Yes, but that's why it's so heartbreaking to have to announce that they are in fact industry plants.
Fucking hell.
Sorry, I wish it weren't true. I've just had the results have come back.
The memo came through. Yeah,
we sent the songs off for testing, and the results are back from the lab.
Speaking of songs, shall we play another song from the RE? This Is Why. This is one I mean, Remy Wolf, of course, we've talked about so many times on the show, and just how incredible she is.
The Rem Jobs.
The Rem Jobs, of course.
Anyone not a long-term listener, that's what Remy refers to her fans as.
Yeah. We'll triple clarify that. Remy Wolf's version, like you say, you talked about someone who's been inspired by Paramore, and now has the ability to kind of like make their own take on this. This is I guess Remy Wolf's version of You First, which genuinely, if you compare the two tracks, sound nothing alike, but this does sound like a track that you're like, oh, this is just like, if Remy Wolf put this out, you'd be like, yeah, of course. It's a really, really amazing, I guess, a really perfect way to sum up the collection. So this is You First by Remy Wolf and Paramore from the Paramore project. Wonderful stuff. A really great one.
Wonderful stuff. Great album. Really fun album.
Really fun.
For me, I don't really have my eye out anyway, but it's just really a really fun one to kind of drop out of nowhere for me. And I enjoyed it, like I say, a hell of a lot more than I expected. I kind of expected sort of traditional remixing album.
Yeah, you're like, okay.
And I think this is so much better than that, and just a very high standard and a very cool thing for a band to have in their discography.
Yeah, really exciting, and kind of just takes everything Paramore have done and kind of shows everyone just how far-reaching their influence is. So yeah, really great stuff. Who would have thought a remix album, eh? God,
I know.
Loving the club.
Who would have thought?
Before we wrap up, it's time for our look into the social media world. I don't know if we can keep calling it Tweets of the Week.
No, we just kind of gave up, didn't we? X's of the Wex.
Yeah. X.
Also, this show's fortnightly now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
WebX. WebX. X them.
We could just call it shit people have said online of the fortnight.
This is shit people have said of the fortnight.
Online of the fortnight.
Online.
So shit people have said
Shupapa.
Yeah.
People have said this on socials, basically. And we're going to talk about it.
Ellie Rousel of Wolf Alice has tweeted, "Why are you allowed to use your head in football? Who decided that? So funny. Why isn't it called foot and head ball? I don't know."
I actually, I had this conversation earlier this week because obviously American football is on at the moment. For those not aware, obviously it's in season, but they're over in London playing a few shows.
For anyone who got the Victoria line over this weekend and wondered why they immediately wished they were dead, that's because
it's because of that.
Thousands of people were going to watch NFL.
Yes. But I had this conversation.
It was the
Jacksonville Jaguars,
of course, Florida's finest.
Yeah, versus Carolina Panthers. Big guess
But
there.
that doesn't sound good. Buffalo Bills. The
Buffalo Bills. Oh.
And then, of course, the Baltimore Ravens versus the Tennessee Titans.
Big.
Titans aren't actually an animal, Tennessee.
Yeah.
One for you.
Yeah, Bills. Like, what, are we talking like
Well, yeah,
birds, bills, or...
Well, no, I think it's funny because obviously like they're from Buffalo,
Yeah.
but then they can't be the Buffalo Buffaloes.
Yeah, and
So they've got a buffalo as their logo, but then they've just gone with Bills because it's like Buffalo Bill was a person.
I guess that'll do. There's a lot of Bills in Buffalo, maybe. The conversation I had was it's American football, right? When actually, obviously, in comparison to football as it's known here in the UK, less of the foot is used. So how come it is football in America there? Confusion all round, really. And likewise with this head, you obviously can use your head in football, but alas, maybe that was a latter day development. Who'd have thought? Who'd have known?
Where does the word soccer come from?
It's a really good question, actually, because it was created mainly for obviously I feel like the American audience, right? So like,
apparently Stefan Zimansky, a professor of sports economics at the University of Michigan, writes that soccer originated in late 19th century England,
right,
as a way of differentiating between football and rugby. Because they started as different types of the same game.
Jesus Christ.
Association football became shortened to a soccer. And so that's where rugger comes from. Just calling it soccer is like calling rugby rugger as the official name.
But so like, it was called association football. Then it changed to soccer.
It was rugby football and association football.
Okay.
So the slang terms were rugger and a soccer.
So they went rugby, soccer, and then rugby, I guess, kind of just gave up on the football part.
I guess rugby did what any grown-up would do, and it went, we don't actually use our feet that much. Maybe we won't use football.
Yeah.
I don't know. Also, I think, as people have replied to Ellie, for anyone listening at home who is livid with the idea of a woman not quite accurately joking about football,
great.
You are also allowed to use your body. So,
right.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thanks,
which
guys,
doesn't,
for correcting.
doesn't actually add to the joke.
Yeah.
So that's probably why they didn't bother.
Thanks. Do you all work for EasyJet? Because that's what it feels like. Fuck me. Someone's gone not recommend EasyJet, and there's a photo of a cat. Don't know why. Don't know why. Don't know why. Yeah, this is good stuff from Eddie. And also a fair point, foot and head ball. Maybe as the rules continue to change, more parts of the body
this
can
has
get
also
incorporated.
got Ellie's actually very good at this. This tweet is just really well worded in like Twitter shitpost phrasing.
Yeah.
Like even the so funny and then the I don't know.
So funny. Why isn't it called football and headball? I don't know. Yeah, really good.
If Full Phallus ever don't be a band anymore, I think you could definitely a new career as a shitposter.
Have a new career.
Anyway, this is Moaning Lisa Smile by Full Phallus.
The future career of Full Phallus
as a shitposter. Full Phallus, obviously, unfortunately, industry plants as well.
Great.
Just keeping tabs.
I've got one more for you from shit that people have said online in the past 2 weeks. Will Joseph Cook, friend of the show, friend of the magazine, says, yo.
I'm not sure if I mentioned before, but my first ever written feature in Dork was in the first issue we put Will Joseph Cook on the cover.
Hey. That's nice, isn't it?
So a special connection for me to him.
Yeah, but you
What's
didn't.
he
you
been
didn't-
on
but you-
about?
But you didn't chat to Will Joseph Cook for that one.
No, but he was the captain of
He
the
was
ship
there.
on which I was birthed.
Is it a lot that I can then say to you that I did that cover chat with Will Joseph Cook? So does that make me
No.
the deputy captain or the first mate of the ship?
No, I guess like if Will's the captain and you're interviewing him, I guess that would mean you were like the insurance inspector when he hit the iceberg.
Great. Really glad to just immediately be compared to the ship sinking. So
Yeah.
we continue to float. We float with this. When Americans say 1 cup as a measurement in recipe, I am literally filled with rage. How big is your cup? How big cup?
Again,
Great-
a very
great
well
point.
worded
Great
tweet.
post. Yeah.
I see. This was one for me because I thought like, yeah, that's funny, and then obviously a couple of people were like, it means this amount. Fine,
Yeah.
but I didn't think that was necessary. But a load of people have actually replied like, oh, I just use a mug, and I don't know if that's right, which I think is a
Oh.
truly insane way to live your life.
Oh, so like...
A couple of people have replied saying
Yeah.
like, I use a mug.
Right. Like they've been exposed to the fact that actually they've been doing it all wrong, right?
Yeah. Apparently, yeah. So for anyone who was wondering at home, a cup
Yeah.
is 250 milliliters.
That has been confirmed.
Yes.
But you know,
But
cups can
also, just a funny tweet, innit? Just a funny tweet, guys.
Yeah, I want to shout out Will's response to someone who said, obviously, I go with a mug, but it always feels like I'm putting too much. And he said, for real, like, even if it said one mug, what if you use a Sports Direct mug, which are obviously fucking giant? So the size of the mugs can change.
Do they still do those mugs?
I think they do. They kind of just became like, I saw more people with that mug than actually anyone from any other product from Sports Direct. Like, that was like a thing that everyone went to buy, and I'm there like, well, how? Like, why? Why is that?
I used to think they gave them away for free, but I don't know if they do.
I may have. That would explain it more, because then it's like, right, well, they have no choice but to get the mug. I mean,
You're a mug.
I mean, that's great. £2 those giant mugs, by the way, which I think is actually quite a good deal.
That is a pretty good deal.
Why do so many people have a Sports Direct mug? This is a
Is that a cover? Is that a reworking of Why Do Birds Suddenly Appear?
at the modern age. It's like Band-Aid 20, except it's an updated version, and it's about the Sports Direct mug. Someone's gone because they're cheap and they have the capacity of an Olympic-sized swimming pool. Is the response?
That's true.
Are
people having hot drinks in those? Because that feels like too much.
That's
of a
way
hot
too.
drink.
Yeah. If you had like, I don't know, I drink a lot of coffee, right? Like a lot of coffee, but even like that'd be too much coffee in one go, wouldn't it? Like that'd be a bit extreme. So it'd be a pass. It'd be a pass there. Good stuff. Well done, Will Joseph Cook. You've made us think, which is the most important thing.
That is. I think this may be one of our longest episodes in quite a while. So thanks for sticking around, everyone. We're going to play a Will Joseph Cook song.
Yeah.
And then we promise we'll leave.
Promise we'll leave quickly. Here's Will Joseph Cook punching.
A little different like you. Something new got me feeling a little different with you. Something new does it you got it different. Of course, all of your friends get jealous. All of our days feel
Thanks, bye.
That's it. See you next time. Cheers, Leah from the Mysterines, and go to a show. Bye.
You can't end it quickly, can you?
No, I'm
You
always
can't do it.
dragging it out. Bye.
Anyway, thank you to all the industry plants. We'll see you in a fortnight.